Welcome to episode 3 of Ando's Thinky Time podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for listening to my little show. Thank you for giving me some amount of your attention. I believe that attention is a super valuable commodity, and I really do appreciate that you are giving me some. Jesus. As a middle child, I'd starve for attention. And so this is a very natural job for me. Thank you very much for making it possible by listening. Please do share this podcast and subscribe if you like. I'd really appreciate showing up in your world more often as I do these shows. Thank you very much. If you'd like to become a sponsor of this show and affect other people's present moment and infect them with your ideas, as I like to, contact me, friends. I'd be happy to do some local advertising for our friends here around town. This episode is sort of about the present moment. It's sort of about your attention. Your attention affects not just your present moment, but through your present moment, it also affects your future and your past, obviously. Perhaps obviously. The things I do now unfold new patterns for myself in the future that access new realities for myself there. And the things I do in my present moment also immediately become the things I just did, become my past. So it all comes down to the present moment. That's the important place. That's what I've learned in my little meditative journey so far. And so I keep asking myself, what am I paying attention to? Moment to moment. I keep kind of taking my internal temperature in that way. That's sort of become a thing for me. What am I paying attention to right now? What's my goal for paying attention to this? For me in doing this show, my goal is to experience new ideas and meet new people and be challenged by the world. I love the world, man. I love thinking about things. I love infecting other people's present moments with new ideas. That is my fondest hope for this show. One thing that I've decided about my present moment is more of it needs to be spent out in nature. Hiking or fishing or whatever. I'm missing out. I live in Colorado, one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I don't always take advantage of that. I moved here. I went out of my way to move the fuck up here, and I still mostly hang out in my little office. You know, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's motherfucking bullshit, my friends. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud that I spend all my time in a digital space, listening to videos of other people talk, you know? And I love that, too. That's my TV, man. I love watching some goddamn TV. But you know what, man? Sometimes I gotta take those podcasts or whatever to go. And I need to get out into nature a little bit. And I need to absorb that frequency out there, if you want to talk some hippie talk. I gotta fucking absorb that energy out there, man. More often. That's really what this episode is about. Getting out in nature. Appreciating the world. Taking your present moment and doing something beautiful with it. I had my friend Kristina Brown over to the house. A delightful young lady she is. An obsessed person. Which you know how I love obsessed people. She's obsessed with fishing. I think it's fair to say. And it makes me want to go fishing, man. I've been fishing a few times, but god damn it, it's a lot of fun and it's beautiful out there. What am I doing? That's what I kept asking myself when I was talking to her. So I hope it makes you ask yourself the same thing. What are you doing? know you gotta hustle. I know you gotta do your business. I know you gotta go to work. Hell, I gotta fucking hustle too, man. This job ain't fucking... This ain't free to do. This ain't fucking free job. You know, I gotta work hours to make this happen. So I'm in kind of... And I work from home. So it's just so easy to work all the time. But... Let's promise each other, listener. Let's promise each other to try and get out in nature more. And remember what this world really is. It's not all this bullshit politics and assholes driving on the road and all this and whatever. No, man, there's more going on in this world. Wow, we can't forget. We can't afford to forget that. I think that's right. So I guess that's sort of my message to you for this episode, my friend. I guess that's sort of my message. Get out there. Have a present moment. Realize what you're paying attention to. So as you listen to this episode, please consider becoming a sponsor. But for now, thank you for letting me be a part of your present moment. Thanks for listening to the show. I hope you enjoy it. See you next time. The reason I wanted to talk to you, the reason I really wanted to sit down and smoke a joint and have you here
super high
and get super blazed is because you are what is called an angler. Is that right?
It is.
That's the term I like, I think.
It sounds a little pretentious, but I'll go with it.
Well, it sounds so geometric. I'm not sure that it, you know, to the average person that hears it, it's like, dude, you measure shit?
Yeah.
You know?
Really good with my angles, I'll tell you what.
That you're a fisher person.
Yeah. Just outdoors person, I think, is a more general term for it, but yeah.
Do people often call you a fisherman?
Yeah.
Is that kind of like an acceptable term?
I guess.
I don't know what that is anymore.
I don't know. Like at GrowSmart, people just call me Fish. It's not really a, you know, it's just a...
They call you Fish?
Well, Rich calls me Fish.
Okay.
So there's that.
So, because I see you, we made friends through Lindsay Carnuth.
True.
And from hanging out up at Grossenbart here in Longmont. And your social media came into my world, and it is almost exclusively pictures of you in the woods holding a fish. Yeah. In a stream, not just like in a field or whatever. Being like,
just
look,
walking through a meadow, look at my fish. No.
It's a slice of tuna.
Catch and release.
It's catch and release, all right. I have some friends that are into fishing, but you seem to go fishing all the fuck time.
It's fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did you get into it?
Like boys.
Really?
Yeah. I originally started fishing because my ex-boyfriend was a fisherman, and he would go and do that, and I'm like, well, we're not spending time together. But it grew into obviously like much more than that once I realized I actually had a passion for it, I guess.
Now, what does that mean?
What does what mean?
You have a passion for it. What about it made you go, oh, holy shit, I gotta spend way, way more time than a normal person would?
Well, you said you have a little bit of fishing experience. Have you
Yeah.
ever caught a big fish?
I've caught like a rainbow trout kind of size fish.
Well, they're different sizes.
I don't know, like a kind of maybe... Oh, God, I was a kid, so, you know, it seemed like
it was probably huge to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we ate it, you know, so it was big enough to eat. You know, maybe like the size, maybe like the size of my hand or a little bigger.
So like a little, like 12, 13 inches?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a big fish.
No, I wouldn't. No, yeah.
But it's a great feeling. I don't know, something about it. Because the older fish are smarter and they aren't falling for most of your shit. So, especially on a fly rod, if you like catch a fish.
See, I've never done that.
It's hard.
So like you want to increase the difficulty because your skill level gets to
exactly.
a certain place.
I got bored using a spinning rod.
I see.
So, just like any other kind of.
Oh, I see what's happening here. you perceived that you were getting joy from the task when your given skill set was matched almost evenly with the difficulty of your task.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was a lot of words, but yes.
Yeah. I wrote a book that book, matter of fact, that's on that table. I was just taking a picture of it for Instagram. It talks about brain functionality for artists. Well, but it's brain functionality, right?
Yeah.
And there's this thing called the flow state. And as an artist, I feel it when I'm writing a song and I'm fully engaged in my task. And the thing I'm trying to do is the hardest thing I can do with my skill set. That's when I forget that it's been all day, or I didn't eat a lunch, or whatever it is. Do you experience that fishing?
Absolutely. You can be out there for 6 hours at a time, not catch a fucking thing.
Right.
But then you catch even the tiniest fish then. And you get to touch it and put it in your net and release it and take a little picture if you want to. And they're beautiful fish, especially trout. Bass are pretty, but like a brook trout.
You're catching these fish to pet them.
Yeah. I want to pet a fish.
I dig that so.
Yeah.
I dig that so much, man.
I just want to pet him, let him know I was there, and release him back into the water. And there's something awesome about just touching something that wild and then choosing to let it go. It's probably a little bit of like a god complex too.
Yeah, it knows you could fuck it up.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I could eat you, but I'm going to choose to just release you back into the water as gently as possible and hope you live a long, happy life. I mean, I will eat you, but...
I would totally eat you
I
one
will
day.
eat you, if you look tasty enough.
Sometimes it's time to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're out camping, dinner.
Yeah, dude, see, that's a great American experience that I've never had. I've never gone camping and cooked a fish I caught.
Really?
No,
Never
and
had
it's-
hot rock fish? Come on.
Never. And it feels like something that should be on my bucket list.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You live like an hour away from where you could do that at any given time.
God damn it, I know.
And I feel like so many people live so close to all that, like, beautiful shit out there. And you just ignore it most of the time. I know, I did most of my life, I ignored it.
Okay, well, I guess so. Yeah, okay, so let's get back to the origin here. You learned from a boyfriend, you got involved, and you're like, oh my God, he's not your boyfriend anymore, I guess. Yeah. So it's like, I think I like this more than I like you, or whatever kind of thing.
But thank you for
but you're a very
introducing
nice
me to
man.
this. But yeah.
That's cool. But after a while, you kind of just going out there by yourself.
Yeah, and that's actually where I find... I mean, it's always fun to go fishing with a friend or whatever. Mm-hmm. But when you're out there completely by yourself and you're just like listening to music or something and just alone with your thoughts, it's awesome.
Oh, well, that begs the question. I don't think I used that term properly. But what kind of music are you listening to?
Not country.
No.
Bluesy country.
Bluesy.
Stuff like that. Authentic country, sorry.
Oh, we were talking about this earlier.
Country. And hip hop, alternative. I'll listen to anything.
Really?
I like awful catchy shit, and I like stuff that some people listen to and they're like, why do you listen to this?
Tell me, alright, give me a list. Tell me some examples.
Oh, it's all from like high school. You ever
That's
listen
okay.
to
I listen to music from high school still.
Have you ever listened to the Blood Brothers?
The Blood Brothers.
That's probably like the one band I listen to, and people are like, what's
the hit? What's the hit from the Blood Brothers?
Oh, you wouldn't even know.
No, that's right. I
hate
won't.
to
But I can listen
like
back and then we
those
can look it up. You know what I'm saying?
It's just all emo bullshit.
Whatever their most popular song is, that's probably the one.
Yeah.
Interesting. And what genre are they? Kind of emo, rock and roll?
Yeah, just awful music. Yeah. I carried on a lot of that from when I was in high school. I realize now sometimes I'm listening to something and I'm like at a stoplight and I have to turn it down if somebody is next to me because I'm like, I'm embarrassed to be listening to this right now.
But it has a neural connection to a memory and a feeling.
Nostalgia. Yeah.
I feel the same way. Here's my confession. Today, I was smoking a joint earlier.
As you do.
As you do. And I turned on Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
See, I cannot get down with the Aerosmith.
It's because the same thing you're saying. It's like, what song, you know? I listened to Crazy, and I listened to Falling in Love is Hard on the Knees. I
It's the
find that to be a
Armageddon
hilarious
song.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one is that?
Don't want to close my eyes, don't want to fall asleep.
Yeah,
That one.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. That is like an ice cream sandwich,
Oh,
man.
God.
That is a fucking a sugar cheese sandwich. You know what the fuck I'm saying?
Sugar cheese sandwich.
That's what I talk pop music. It's
Oh,
like,
okay.
It's like sugar and cheese and bread.
It just doesn't go together?
Well, it
shouldn't.
Probably shouldn't.
Some people can appreciate the taste, though.
But I listened to that shit today to trigger memories from when I first heard it, when I was a kid and whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I try and use little tools like that all the time because I have to change my state on command. Because, like, later today, if I get in a bad mood or whatever, that shit doesn't matter because I have to go play a show tonight.
Oh.
So I got to put on my happy face and go, cheers the other primates.
So do you enjoy being on a stage? Because you always talk about how you get sweaty and nervous. Do you actually enjoy being up there?
I wouldn't even say I get nervous, but I do sweat, man. I don't know if it's
bright lights.
Well, that's a thing for sure sometimes, but even like just in a corner.
Yeah.
Song 4, if there are 20 people in the room paying attention, I'm starting to sweat. Not because I'm nervous. I think it's because I'm exerting mental force into the world and trying to remember lyrics and chords and give a good moment-to-moment performance that communicates the type of thing I'm trying to. There's just this whole acting.
See, that's too much.
Thing.
It's all too much. You should just go out into the woods and take a fishing pole and be by your damn self.
Well, I think you may have something there. I definitely need to mix it into my routine more because I've always liked hiking. I just never get out there. I'm a
you are like
work
every
dude.
Single person I know.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Oh, the mountains are so pretty from like 9th and Hover, but
that's right. I'm that guy, Kristina, for sure. And
it's good for creativity.
Yeah, and it's good to stay busy, but like here I am, young and able-bodied, and like there's the 14ers or whatever. I could totally hike those if I decided to. But it seems unlikely.
Really? Is there no motivation there?
I don't know.
Have you ever hiked a big mountain? Here. Like I don't think you've ever tried.
I've never tried.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I could get into wicked good shape and climb.
You don't have to be in wicked. I am not in wicked good shape. I could do.
But
14er.
you've done it.
Well, I haven't done a 14er.
Yeah.
But I could easily climb one.
I believe you because I have like my friend Bill O'Hare. He fucking climbed that 14er. He's in his let's call it early 60s, Bill. And he Jesus Christ, if Bill can do it.
Right. My dad does it. Like, we went on a 3-day, 15-mile backpacking. I can't even use words right now. You got me so fucking high. We went on a 3-day, 15-mile backpacking trip. And my dad kicked my ass the entire time.
Really?
He was like a mile ahead of me. Just go, 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 go.
So, is he from Colorado?
He is not from Colorado, but he's lived here most of his life. Right.
Yeah, Colorado folk are sturdy.
Yeah. Also doesn't smoke cigarettes. I think that might have had something to do with why he was kicking my ass.
There's that. I stop for snacks a lot when I'm hiking. I get blazed, and way more blazed than this. And then I start eating little cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, on the kind of hikes I go on, though, you would not want to get super high before that.
Right, because it's a real workout.
You're gaining 2,000 feet in elevation in the first 4 miles.
My God.
It's straight uphill. That's why you wait till you get to the top and then you smoke a bowl.
Only peer pressure could make me do that, and
really?
I don't know anybody that
I
has
want
that
to peer
kind of
pressure you into doing that.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to do it once in your life.
Well, my wife's in way better shape than I am.
Does she enjoy hiking?
A hot yoga lady,
Oh,
She goes all the time, dude, and she's wicked strong. So I believe she could do it, and we have other friends. We have a friend named Giselle that I think probably could walk backwards up a mountain or whatever. And nope.
You gotta get out there. You gotta get some danger in your life. You gotta.
You're so right, man.
You gotta come face to face with Mother Nature.
I know that that's true, and why the fuck did I move from the flat prairie lands of West Texas to the mountains.
Yeah, you're filling up space and not even enjoying it.
Filling up space and not even enjoying
Yeah.
it. That's true, man.
No, I hate to sound...
That is truth in your art, dude. Uh-huh.
Sorry, brutally honest.
No,
You gotta
you're
get out
right.
there and enjoy it. And especially coming from like an artistic sense, like seriously, you go out there alone, you spend some time by yourself in that kind of environment. It's good for you. It's good for your brain.
I believe that. God damn it. What am I doing? Why am I not going out there?
I think that's the problem with a lot of people though. Like people are just too complacent these days. And that's how you get special snowflakes that have never had any amount of like danger or even just have never pushed themselves at all throughout their lives. And that's when you start getting weirdos. There are a lot of weirdos these days that have a lot to complain about.
There are a lot of weirdos.
That get offended over every little thing, over stuff that doesn't even matter. Like, just go outside.
Yeah.
It's easier to realize what really matters when you're, like, alone on top of a mountain, almost freezing to death, and needing somewhere to sleep at night. It's just different.
Yeah, there are a few pieces there I have questions about,
Okay.
you know, about the ideas there. But I agree with the general gist. But the freezing to death thing, that
I mean, it gets cold up there. You gotta
That
be
does,
properly warned. Can't start a fire. Can you start a fire?
yeah.
Yeah? Confident in your windy fire-making abilities.
Oh, yeah, and I'm a cheater as fuck, so I bring science, motherfucker. I bring
Science.
Science
Okay.
with me, man.
I'm talking like bushcraft.
I live
Could
in
you
the
start a
future.
fire without a lighter or a match?
Well, I haven't done that since I was a kid. But yeah, I think I could. I know the functionality of how to do it. And I think like being a full-grown person trying is probably easier because I have way more.
Yeah,
like
way
that.
more thoughts going on up there. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think I could do that, but I haven't done that. I just went camping. I went camping one time this year on some private land with a friend. And I don't often smoke cigarettes, but around a fire, it's like
Oh yeah, how
the
can you not?
thing, man.
Yeah, no.
We made coffee and we smoked cigarettes and we, drank wine and that was the shit.
You brought wine on your camping trip?
Fuck yeah. Red wine.
Camping's only for whiskey.
Yeah. I'm not a whiskey guy anymore.
Good phrase there.
We broke up.
So yeah, I've got a few years to get over my whiskey phase, but for now.
Good for you. No, I used to, boy, that's how I learned to do my job out in West Texas, is in kind of smoky bars in the middle of the night with real alcoholics. So I painted the alleyways of Lubbock and Amarillo, Texas with whiskey vomit.
Gross.
Yep. I was gross, and I was a pretty drunk guy through most of my 20s. But when I moved up here, it's a beer culture, and I'd kind of kicked I think I did about 3 years of too much whiskey in. From about 2006 or 5 to about 2009.
Good 4-year chunk of your life there.
Yeah, I got fat, too. I mean,
You'd think the beer would make you fat,
no.
not the whiskey.
Well, what happens is you drink a bunch of whiskey.
Then you get munchies.
Yeah. There's this place in Lubbock, Texas, where I was, and it was called Lone Wolf. 69-cent tacos.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'd go in there and get a dozen of those, and I'd go back to the house and just cram them into my drunk fuck face.
That sounds like good times. Though.
It was, though. Because I just got to the point where I'd turn them on their side and put a dollop of Daisy on those motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the shit. Yeah, I do miss that. The moment of watching Poker After Dark and eating a taco sideways with sour cream and it be kind of liquid looking because I'm so fucking trashed.
See, I don't get that drunk.
Oh my god, I used to get that drunk on the regular.
I gotta wake up so early in the mornings, though. I cannot just get fucking wasted every night.
Yeah, that's not my life. I'm not the wake up in the morning guy.
You can sleep as long as you want.
Yeah.
I would still get up in the morning, so I'm a morning person.
Really? Oh, that explains, because fishing, it happens in the morning mostly, right?
It's just, usually you don't want to be out there in the afternoon when it's hot.
Yeah.
but evening and morning.
Hmm.
And that's another thing about all these people that have just converged on Colorado. Like, you used to be able to go and fish a stream and only see, like, 5 or 6 other dudes out there. Now, you can't walk 5 feet without running into, like, 3 people. Just ass to ass. Fishing for trout. Good times. Hey, buddy, high five.
Fishing for
Nice
trout.
fish.
That'd be like the episode title.
Ass
We
to
have
ass.
one?
Fishing for trout.
I'm going to turn on the heater. This is getting cold in here now. So how, you seem like you have just gotten so into fishing so quickly. It's just been a few years, maybe?
Yeah. Like 4 years.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's like a high school education or a college. You could have a degree in fishing now.
I took it slowly, though. There are some people that will pick up fishing and they will just, like, go crazy with it. Like, it's all they think about. They start tying
really?
flies. They do all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually not as avid of a fisher person as most are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't tie your own little bug.
I do not
things.
tie flies.
That seems like a weird creative thing.
See, yeah, but I don't think that it just doesn't have any interest to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can just buy those.
Be a job creator,
Yeah.
Buy some shit.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be part of the economy over here.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's smart. And there is a huge, oh my God, I used to work with this dude named Mark, and Mark Callie. You fucking know Mark Callie.
I do.
I worked with his business for a year, and we went on some sales trips or whatever. And he loved fishing.
Mm-hmm.
He loved fish. That motherfucker loved fishing. And so, we'd have like a couple hours off at like this boring ass conference that we were at. We were both just like ready to get away for a minute or whatever. We'd go fishing or whatever. It was the shit. It was so peaceful.
Yeah.
And like the little sounds, a little quiet pond, you hear a little doink in the distance when the shit hits it,
Yeah.
See, I see the appeal. And to me, it seems like a Norman Rockwell painting. It's like this classic American standing in the stream, catching a fish and cooking it up and shit like that. God damn it. That seems like a good time.
It is a good time. I guarantee you.
Where do you go fishing? Where are the spots? Like around locally?
Yes.
Because you seem to go fishing all the fucking time.
Well, I do have like friends who have ponds that they let me fish at, which is kind of cheating. Like, it's definitely cheating. It's definitely cheating.
What is the definition of cheating? Oh, this is Red 13.
My
This is our
God.
cat.
Hello.
He's
I mean,
a good boy.
if you're at a private pond, it's much easier to catch a fish than if you were to go to a public lake that's fished every day in and out.
Oh, because you're
Like-
the only dude there and like...
Well, those fish are just smarter. They've seen all the shit that's been thrown at them.
Oh.
Like, it's harder to catch a fish at it because they're just seeing shit all day. You go to a private pond, it might be the first lure they've seen in a week, and they're just all over that.
I
So
see.
it's a little bit of cheating. It's like if you were to go and hunt something in a fenced-in area. Like, it's in there.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly. It can't get out,
Yeah.
so all you gotta do is like corner it
Yeah.
or whatever.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
still fun for the experience of getting to be like, hello, little fish.
No, yeah. You get the connection with nature, but you definitely don't get like a sense. I don't get personally a sense of pride from fishing in private places.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I'm much more of a river person, though.
They both seem good. I
See,
remember
I
being
don't-
in New Mexico fishing, loving it.
But
What-
if you're like on a lake, you're just slowly walking around a lake. I like to be like up in the mountains, hiking down a river and almost falling in 10 times. That's fun, falling in a river in February when it's like -2 outside. That'll wake you up.
Holy shit, that does not make it sound very pleasurable.
Well, there's definitely some danger to it when you're like crossing a fast-moving river. It's cold as shit. You have like felt tip wading boots on, so you're like kind of not
Slippery,
falling off
right?
the rocks, but in little like if they hit moss, it's over.
Felt tipped wading shoes.
Yes.
You mean like the rubber pants?
No, those are waders.
Those are
you
waders.
put those on.
Yeah.
And those have little booties, but then you buy actual boots that go over the top.
Oh, for traction or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they say it's for traction. I call bullshit, but yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'm not good in water. I'm not. Like it takes me much longer to cross that river than it would take anybody else.
Interesting.
I'm not the most gazelle-like person I know.
Well, gazelle aren't exactly water creatures anyway.
Just meant I'm pretty clumsy.
It seems like it would be tough to walk across a river in real life.
Especially you. No offense.
Yeah, because I'm lanky and
Yeah, you really don't. I don't know if you have much weight to you. You know.
not a lot of weight to me, friend.
Not sturdy.
No, not really. I'm like 150 pounds of mostly singing and hanging out and talking on microphones.
And
Mostly
petting
my
cute
job.
cat.
Yeah, that's Red 13. He's going to hang out now, it looks like. We
He
have
looks
another
upset
cat.
about it.
No, he just woke up, I think. He, whenever we open the back room, he'll go and sleep in there for sure. But now that the heater's on, he's like, the whole house seems okay now. Yeah. Sorry to talk about my cat at length.
It happens.
I remember, like, our friend. I used to have a friend. Let's see. The better way to phrase that is, there was an instructor of ours from college who really loved us, Jess and I, and so she had a little cabin out in New Mexico, and I used to tour through New Mexico pretty regularly, and so whenever I'd get to stay in that cabin or whatever, and man, they had fishing rods and all these little ponds all around them. It was like you say, there wasn't like, wow, I did it, I caught a fish.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I must be an amazing angler.
Yeah, no.
It was more like, there's one.
Yeah. Of course I caught a fish. Yeah. Yeah.
And I kind of caught it, and like I did exactly what you were saying. Is like I thought it was being weird, because I'm a weird dude, I guess, and I was probably drunk too, and I was like petting the fish and breathing my whiskey breath on its poor face.
I want it to be known I don't actually like pet the fish.
I did. I pet the
I'm
fuck
not like
out of it.
nuzzling it against my cheek or anything. I'm like, oh, good little fish. No. No.
Because you don't know if it's a good fish. You just met this fish.
Right? It could have some kind of fungus on it.
Or it could be an asshole.
It
I don't
could
know.
be an asshole.
Just like have eaten its
Most
family.
fish are assholes.
I'd imagine so, right?
No, yeah.
Because they're very primal creatures.
They eat each other.
Yeah, they eat each other.
Yeah, that's
all you need to know about fish.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why it's okay to poke them in the face every once in a while.
Right.
Because they're not morally pure creatures. They deserve a little bit of justice dealt out from a higher deity or whatever.
But I still appreciate the fish.
Yeah,
just
well,
like,
I
what's
petted
the-
the fuck out of those fish that I caught.
I'll go and fish somewhere and people will take stringers of fish, but they'll have like a little tiny 6-inch fish on it. It's like, you're not getting a meal out of that. Just,
Yeah, what is
put
that
it
for?
back. What are you doing?
Let it turn into something.
Yeah,
right?
and then eat it. Eat it once it's lived a good, I wouldn't be mad if somebody ate me when I was 80 after I had lived a good long life.
I kind of feel that same way.
There's worse ways to go. I've always thought getting eaten by a bear or something.
Oh, that's bad.
It sounds bad, but I mean, could be cool. I don't know.
Could be cool. Interesting point of view. That sounds terrifying. One of the most terrifying deaths, maybe, a bear.
No.
Because they don't eat you, they don't
I
kill
know,
you and then
they
eat
just start
you, bro.
eating you. I know, but I still feel like being lit on fire would be worse than being eaten by a bear.
Ooh, that's a bad one, too.
Yeah, you gotta, smell yourself.
That's a bad feature.
At least if I got eaten by a bear, I wouldn't be dying, in vain. I'm a meal at that point. I'm not just a dead body.
Wow. That's a very thoughtful thing to say. Yes, there is that. What if you're on fire because someone else is cooking you? Yeah, then, you're feeding a whole family and you get a nice medium
No, fuck
rare.
humans. I like bears. I'd much rather be a meal for a bear than a
I
human.
want the aliens to eat meat.
You want the aliens to eat you.
Yeah, when they show up and be like, look, humanity's ripe, or whatever.
You know that's going to be a thing, though. Like, if there are aliens, you're going to wonder what they taste like.
Yeah, probably. Why not? That's how it works. But they're going to wonder that, too. And they're going to be bigger and stronger than us.
You don't know that. What if they're, like, 2-foot-tall aliens?
They're 2-foot-tall aliens that have the technology to travel through space. That means those motherfuckers got ray guns.
Maybe they're a very peaceful species. Maybe they're a very peaceful, tasty species.
Ooh, wouldn't
Maybe
that
we
be
could
awesome?
solve world hunger if we could just get invaded by aliens.
And they're like so pacifist that they just show them. They're like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
If
do
you guys
what
are
I
going to be
want,
that
yeah.
way about it.
Yeah, like I am with the bear. You're the bear, they're me. I get it.
The bear is going to like hold you down and eat your arm or whatever while you're screaming and shit. Did you see the movie where DiCaprio gets fucked up by the bear?
No, isn't that like The Revenant or something like
The
that?
Revenant.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
never
right.
watched that movie.
I saw it.
Well, you
And,
just ruined the fucking ending for me.
No,
He gets eaten by a bear?
That's the beginning of the movie.
Is him getting eaten by a bear. How do you have a movie with a dead guy?
Well, he's not dead. That's
No.
the trick.
Okay. Well, being wounded by a bear would be awful.
He
Just
got chewed the fuck
my
up by
misery.
that bear. But like bears are wicked vicious and like big dogs or something. You know what I mean?
I respect the bear.
Yeah, I respect the bear too, but I don't want to feed the bear. I'd like a tree to grow out of my body or something. It seems like a kind of good way to pay in.
So how do you want to go?
In my sleep seems good.
That is such a cop-out
I know.
answer.
Yeah, but you could be dreaming while you die. That would be the shit.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah. My friend died in his sleep years and years ago, so it's like, it occurred to me like, oh my god, that's actually a pretty good way to fucking go.
Yeah, I mean, of course, in your sleep is the best way to go.
Yeah, I think it is. Or like, John Lennon got it pretty good, just a bean in the brain or whatever, from somebody from behind you or what the fuck ever.
Yeah,
It's like
not
on a-
knowing it's happening.
Yeah,
and it's
just like on a walk
over
or
with.
whatever.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I struggle between wanting something like that and wanting to, like, cancer, like knowing I'm actually going to die.
Oh, I don't know if you want cancer. It just seems like such a long, painful process. I don't
Cancer's
know.
not real. By the time we're old enough to get cancer, it won't even be a thing.
I want to believe that.
That's
believe
that's what I
that.
tell myself every single day.
The stem cells and all that shit.
Yeah.
I want to believe that you could just, in the next 5 years, inject some
Whoa,
stem
we're
cells.
not
or
getting
whatever.
cancer in the next 5 years.
No, I mean like the technology,
Yeah.
would be available in the next 5 years. And so, by the time... Well, who the fuck knows, really? But that's not a... Ooh, boy, I don't know. There's no good way to die. That's what it comes down to. It's like the final test. It's like the final exam in the weird simulation that is the world.
See, that's what I'm upset about. I'm upset I'm in this generation because I feel like one of the next few generations, they're going to live for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And we're like just barely missing that. Or if we do get that, we're going to get it when we're like old and decrepit anyway. So it's like you can live forever as a 100-year-old dude. But
What if they could, like, take your brain
and put it
dice it up and find all the neural connections and replicate it exactly
and
in,
put it in something else.
in the cloud. And now you live in a digital universe that seems real.
That's hard for me. Could you still enjoy the same things?
I don't know. It's like
If
being
you knew
inside
you
the
could-
Matrix, right?
If you knew you could live forever, like, doesn't that take out a lot of meaning behind, like, everything?
That's why they would program it to where you didn't realize that you were living forever.
Oh, so it's like some Westworld shit where we just wake up every day with, like, the same scenario playing on repeat?
Or, you are in a let's say that this universe that we're sitting in now is a simulation. And how it would work is there's one player. It's player one. It's you. It's me. But you play it through multiple times, endlessly. And that's called everyone in the world. And Red 13 over here, that's a playthrough of the game.
Okay.
And the idea is it's a consciousness generator. It's a novelty generating machine, a learning machine.
That doesn't... What's the purpose behind all of that, though?
To generate new ideas and new perspectives, because that's all that's worth anything in the future.
I don't...
That's my idea.
I can't.
It's a long meandering thing. I'm sorry.
You just like literally blew my mind.
I'm sorry. That's the kind of shit I think about all the time.
See,
I'm
I
not
think about like
anymore.
Bigfoot and like weird shit like that.
Do
I
you
don't
think there's a Bigfoot?
I don't honestly believe there's a Bigfoot, but I find a lot of enjoyment in like reading other people's opinions about it and watching like crazy dudes on documentary be like, here's this tree that's broken. It's total squatch, 8'4", 150 pounds. Came by here a few hours ago. This
now
is
I know
born.
that you're serious because you said total squatch. I know that you've seen the shit I've seen.
Oh yeah.
Do you go squatching?
Yeah, I go squatch watching.
Did you really? That would be amazing. Is that true?
Like, when we're out in the woods, like when I'm with my family, I always just fuck with my dad. I'm like, there's a squatch over there, Pa. Like,
you hear that banging against that tree? Yeah, I love the idea of the Sasquatch because if you watch those, the dudes online, it's like basically approached like a conspiracy theory that there's this undiscovered large ape, but it has, the more you sit down with them, after a while they're like, and it has telekinetic powers.
Yeah, he can
Wait
go.
a minute.
No, like their whole new thing is the reason we haven't seen Bigfoot is because he's interdimensional.
Yeah.
So when you look at him, he goes into a different dimension.
Well, that's because, he has an overly developed pineal gland, that can squeeze out DMT at will, which is the thing that happens when you're on acid or whatever. It releases DMT. It's the dream molecule.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but just constant.
It would not be cool. I don't know. I think that's maybe what's happening with animals and stuff. I think that's why a playthrough of the game as Red 13 over there is awesome. Because, like, in this house anyway, there's all this weird panels on the wall of paintings, and it changes all the time. And if you were tripping balls in here all the time, I bet that'd be all right.
You gotta wonder what the motivation is for, like, a cat's instinct to live. Because it's gotta be a pretty boring existence.
Yeah.
What's the most rewarding thing in his day?
Belly scratch.
Yeah?
Yeah, underarm scratch. That's his thing. He wants to sit with the people. That's all he wants. When we got him, he was sort of abused animal. We got him from a shelter when he was, I don't know. We thought he was 6 months old. He was like way younger, but he was the Maine
Big
Coon.
cat, yeah.
So but he was the runt of the litter and mistreated by the people, and so he was super skittish for the first few years, and he just has turned into the sweetest animal.
Yeah, he looks like he's grown into the complete opposite.
But no, he'd been eaten by a raccoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not a tough guy.
No.
He's always been a big softie. And a big fat ass animal. And that's what you want in a big cat. God damn it, it's cold up here. You want a giant, warm.
No, I
meat.
love fat cats. I can't appreciate a fat dog because I just find that sad.
It looks weird on a dog.
Yeah. Not only does it, I'm not worried about the aesthetics of what the dog looks like. I just feel bad for the dog. It's gotta be hard being a fat dog.
Yeah, it's just, you don't see a lot of overweight dogs, I guess, around, but you do see fat cats. That's a real thing. It's a lifestyle difference. You know what I mean?
It's crazy for me to even think that, like, obesity is such the huge problem it is, because Colorado, like, we have the lowest obesity rates in the whole United States or whatever.
Do we really?
Yeah, we do.
I believe that.
Yeah. Like, significantly lower than the other states. So I can't imagine what, like, walking around Missouri would be like. It's probably be a bunch of Red 13s walking around.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a terror. If he were wild, he'd be way terrifying to run into, or whatever.
Yeah, he looks it.
He's like a bobcat, but like in this
Those
setting,
paws.
in the summertime, we shove him down to the lion cut, or we just leave this giant mane and everything else is super tight.
I love the lion cut.
Hilarious.
Yeah, my parents used to do that. We had 6 cats, and they'd get them all like that.
I love that. That makes me laugh,
And it makes him comfortable, so it's a win-win situation.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody loves it, man. The thing, I keep going back to fishing.
Yeah, well, that's what we're...
Yeah. Well, I'm really interested because I realized that, like, as I've thought more about reality and about the world and stuff, I realized there are, like, experiences that I want to sort of collect compulsively. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Things that like, I don't know why, but I just want to be like, and then I did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think camping and fishing and smoking my pipe and whatever, that feels like some great American shit I really ought to get to before my beard is fully gray.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before I'm some, Walt Whitman looking motherfucker.
You have no excuse not to.
Does Walt Whitman have a beard? I don't know. I got stoned too. Yeah, I think that I'm going to eventually, I'm going to make a bucket list of just like local things I ought to do. I think that's my next life trick, to get myself to accidentally live a life instead of just work all the time.
You gotta force it with a list.
Well,
That's
I work
kinda
from
sad.
home, so like I'd never leave
You
here.
have more options than anybody else
That's
to go
true.
and do these things. You
Except-
can work wherever you want.
I could, yeah, painting, like, you have to protect it, can't get dirty, that kind of thing. Recording music happens on a big computer.
But most
Yeah.
of the process is up here, though, so
That's true.
it doesn't matter if you're out there thinking. It's still technically working. That's how I would convince myself that it's okay anyway.
I was thinking about putting together like a kind of a hippie style camping trip with some buddies or whatever. Maybe I really should do that.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's silly that it's that easy to accomplish, and I'm, for some reason, and it's very unlike me to do this, but for some reason I'm just putting off something I want to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Why
what
am
you
I
mean.
doing that?
I don't know. But you do the same thing that I feel everybody does.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't know, because I'm the person that is like the other people in this regard. I'm like most people. And that's an interesting place to be for me.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like the other people. That's not my traditional role,
It's like therapy, though. It's like therapy without having to go and pay a therapist.
It is, right?
Yeah, I really do believe that. I feel better. I know I think more clearly. Everything. Just if I spend some time alone or just with somebody's company that I actually enjoy, it's just good for you. Are those mini Tonkas over there?
Yeah.
Are those yours or your wife's?
Those are my wife's.
Okay, I was going to make fun of you. My grandma has those same moccasins, so...
We have a problem. If you were to look in our closets, you'd probably find that I wear a lot of stuff that your grandpa wears. and
No,
Jess
my
wears.
grandma.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Jess probably wears a lot of that kind of shit that your grandma... Because, like, I pick out a lot of our clothes, and I'm
okay.
an old man in a young person's body.
I get that. With
A
the
young-ish
blazers
person's
and
body.
whatnot,
Give me a
yeah.
break, listener. Jesus Christ. I felt their judgment when I said young person's body. I felt like the listener recoiled at that somehow. I had to fucking set him straight.
Middle-aged person. Body.
Yeah, middle-aged, 32. That's not too old yet. I'm getting there. I'm on the slippery slope.
It's all downhill from here, so...
Is it?
That's why you need to go outside and do stuff.
I should start walking up some hills so that I live long enough for the
You know how
downhill
awful
slide.
I'm going to feel if you go on your first little hike and you slip off a mountain?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on hikes before, and I am terrified of heights.
Oh,
sure.
you don't like heights?
I wouldn't like to get right on a cliffside.
Hmm.
That seems like I'd peek over a cliffside or something like that. But,
I wouldn't say I necessarily like heights, but when you're on top of a mountain, it's different from being in a skyscraper.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
you still feel grounded on top of.
Because you're on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not in some man-made bullshit that could topple over at any second.
Yeah, if the mountains are falling over, it's like
That's on the mountains. That's
you
not
got
on
bigger
me.
problems
Yeah,
than,
I mean.
If fucking Long's Peak just fell over, you got bigger fish to fry, so to speak,
Yeah.
than,
Yeah,
falling off a
there's
cliff.
something going on
The
there.
world is ruined.
Just saying.
So, what kind of fish do you fish for around here? What are the top, you go bass fishing?
Bass fishing. It's not. If you ever fished for bass in Texas, did you?
Nope.
Oh, well, it would have been much better than it is here because we're too cold, and bass love some warm ass water. So down in Georgia, Florida, they grow huge down there. The biggest bass I ever caught was 3.5 pounds, And for here, like, that is a decent sized bass. Like, that guy took up like my whole torso.
Okay.
They just don't get that heavy here.
See, I don't know how big, like, pound, I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah,
on
well,
fish.
I mean, for me, I could be totally off base here. A 3.5 pound bass is pretty legitimate. He might have been closer to 4. I don't know.
Well,
But,
that's the
still.
fisherman's way, right?
Yeah. I have pictures and proof, okay? I'm not just telling fisherman tales over here. No, but in trout. Trout are my favorite because trout are just beautiful. There's different species, and they're all different, and they all react differently. And even when you pull one out, they're like little fingerprints. Like, they're all different. Some of them have these gorgeous deep colors. Some of them are just like ugly fish. Just like silver, no color to them. You're just like,
Really?
you are one nasty looking motherfucker. Yeah, they're just like people. Some of them are pretty to look at. Some of them are not.
That's how it goes.
It's always nice to get that one that's pretty to look at, though.
That's really interesting. Now, I think the only fish I've ever caught, on all the times I've been fishing, I believe it was pretty much all trout.
Yeah.
It was mostly rainbow trout in
Yeah.
New Mexico.
See, like brook trout. They might have brook trout in New Mexico. I'm not sure. They're usually more of like a mountainous fish. Like even the sabrine here, it's all just brown trout. There might be a rainbow in there. I'm pretty sure it's just brown trout though. But the brook trout, you have to like go up into the mountains for that shit.
When I was a kid, one of the few, remember, family movies are like the whole internet now.
Of course.
But used to be. Motherfucker had to carry around like a tape recorder or whatever. And there's an old family movie of me out in New Mexico someplace in the woods with my family. I'm a little boy, maybe 5. And my family's kind of hanging out by this river, catching some fish and whatever. And I kind of wander off that's me, still. Just like this story, wandering off into the woods. And I was over by another part of the stream or whatever, and I saw this little fish kind of just hanging out in the water. Just kind of like, not swimming by, just kind of chilling or whatever.
Yeah.
And it like looked at me. I felt like I was a little kid. And that's like being in a psychedelic state, being a little kid, because everything is full of wonder and amazing. And I grew up in a desert, so being around fish at all was brand new for me. And I just like grabbed that little motherfucker.
You grabbed a fish?
Yeah. And I pulled him out of the water, or I pulled it out of the water. He, she, it.
It's fine.
I don't know what it was.
Fish don't care what gender you call them.
Yeah, good.
I want to see that.
Well, they all have the same bathroom.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
They're very progressive fish. So I pulled it out of the water, and my family like has a video of me walking over and like leaning over, and I'm just kind of in the background, and then I just turn around with this fucking rainbow trout squirming in my hands and shit. And I ate that fucking thing.
How did you just pick up a rainbow trout? That's the most impressive part.
There was
of
like
the
some
story.
thickets around it.
Was he stuck?
Maybe he was stuck.
So you caught a trapped fish.
Yes.
That makes your story a lot less cool.
Yeah, look, I'm not trying to be Superman. I remember, like, I don't think he was in a thicket because I didn't have to go around to get him. I just think he was, like, in a cul-de-sac in the river or whatever. And he was like, well, fuck, where am I going to hide? That was probably his experience.
Okay.
And I put him in, like, one of those coolers or whatever. And ate him. The very same fish. Maybe he was sick or something insane. Who knows? But that's what happened.
That's awesome, though, that you had those experiences when you were a kid. Like, when I was a kid, we went camping one time.
Yeah.
Like, my entire childhood. Never did anything outside, never did any kind of outdoorsy stuff. So.
And you guys lived here in town?
Exactly.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
so you were just like me.
Oh,
you were
I
one
get
of the people
it.
that did.
Yeah, which is why I wouldn't say I push people, but I try to, like, talk people into it. Like, go outside. It's beautiful out there. You'll see shit and feel things that you can't get here.
Man, you should work for the city pitching that to normal folks. That's a real job. That's fucking $40,000 a year. Just going, go fishing, stupids. And they go, okay.
But that contradicts me also when I go out there upset that I'm not the only person on the river. Because
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
talking everybody else into going out into the room.
I know how that fucking feels because like we moved up here and we started being on the internet like, wow, it's pretty fucking awesome up here. And
Yeah.
now, like
Now look at it.
some of our friends are showing up and it's
Look at what you did.
I know. I feel good and bad.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's an economy's a tricky thing.
Yeah.
But it's all cyclical, you know, the prices will come down again, although as far as the economy of Longmont is concerned.
So, according to Andy Epler, wait to buy a house. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, and Andy Epler knows very little about the housing market. That's pretty safe to say. But Andy Epler predicts a market fuck up in the next 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't know what that looks like, but I'll bet it looks a lot like the last one because they're doing the same shit.
Yeah.
So, that's my opinion. And it could be that house prices get real cheap again.
Yeah.
You know,
That would be nice.
that would be nice.
I
It'll
just don't
happen.
know if I see that happening. Like, even in
Could be
San
a long
Francisco, they go up and down, but they are still up there.
Well,
you know?
and this is a place like that.
That's why I'm worried that it's just gonna, whether everything else around us rises or crashes, we're still gonna be fucking up there.
Well, and the states around us are going to start selling weed soon.
Yeah.
They're going to start going, maybe it's not so sinful.
Yeah.
Because we want the millions and billions and whatever. So, like, the marijuana tourism thing is going to slow down too.
Yeah.
Even though Colorado is still going to maintain its kind of, you know, chic culture or whatever about it. I think that once Kansas is selling fucking bags of weed to motherfuckers, like, we're going to
Who's
stop
gonna
seeing it.
move to Kansas, though?
Nobody's going to move, but they're not going to move from Kansas to here
That's-
for weed. You know
It's
what
true.
I'm saying?
It's true.
Which
You
a lot
got
of
a
people
point
are
there.
moving here to get stoned.
See, I hear it opposite. Most
really?
of the time, I ask people, so what brought you here? And they're like, oh, I had a cousin move out here, and I visited him once, and I just loved it, so I had to come back.
That's what happened to me, basically.
People must be shitty everywhere else. If people come out here for a week, and they're like, this is the greatest place I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah,
Like-
you basically summed up my first 3 albums.
Yeah.
So,
Fair enough.
yeah. And the first Prairie Scholars album.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it's not like people were shitty where I was, but, like, I wasn't inspired by that place.
Yeah.
And I am in a business where I need all the free inspiration I can get. And it ain't free up here because it's pay per view. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We could all go live in Lyman for plenty cheap.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good idea.
No, it's not. I've driven through Lyman and I didn't go, now this.
No, this is the
This
place
is
to
not
be."
just Kansas. It's obviously different.
Right.
I didn't notice the difference.
That's what even the prices, like even getting land in the mountains now. It's like you're buying gold.
Yeah,
It's
well,
insane.
it's more precious than gold.
I know.
Probably because, like, there's only one spot on that mountain that
Yeah.
is that spot. That's how time and place works, you know. And, oh man, if I could buy, my dream in the world is to live in a hobbit house.
Yeah.
That's what I want, dude.
Yeah, it would be so cool.
You could build it pretty easy, build a, you know, a kind of adobe house and you sod that shit, you know. Oh my god, that's what I want so
See,
bad.
I dream about moving to Alaska and living in a
Alaska.
little shack somewhere
Ooh.
and just fending for myself one day.
Shit.
That would be awesome.
Why Alaska?
Alaska's really one of the last places you can be in the middle of fucking nowhere, you know?
That's true.
Like, you can be so far away from another person up there.
Hmm.
And you just can't get that kind of space here in Colorado. And if you want that kind of space, that kind of land, you better have like millions of dollars to fork over to get it.
It's not like you'd even really be that disconnected. You'd be on the internet, you know, probably. You'd probably still, like, be able to email your friends and
I don't know, I
whatever.
could live without that too.
Really?
I honestly believe I could, yes.
That's interesting.
I mean, I go on camping trips by myself for, you know, a week at a time. Like, I went up to the Grand Teton National Park this summer by myself for a while and just camped out there. And I have no problem doing that. I've never felt, like, lonely when I'm out there by myself or anything like that. So, I don't think that would be an issue for me.
Interesting.
Actually, surviving would be my issue.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
Yeah, I
'Cause that's where the
have
bears
to kill
live, motherfucker.
something
They
to...
live.
No, just, like, trying to feed yourself out there. Stuff like that. You
A
have
moose
to
will
be...
kill the fuck out of you,
A
too.
moose will kill the fuck out of you, yeah, but I'd be more concerned with trying to kill it,
You'd be catching salmon.
hopefully.
I heard a thing, man. I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to tell you with the same intensity as if it were true.
All right.
I heard that there's something different with the salmon this year. They're not as many or something.
In Alaska?
Yeah.
That's been happening for a few years,
so
yes.
This is a good start then.
Okay.
And the bears are starting to eat more blueberries. They're gorging themselves on blueberries.
Yes.
And so now, if you go and eat a bear, it's blueberry meat.
You know, I told you this, right?
I think I heard this on a Joe Rogan, but you told me this too?
Oh, maybe, yeah. I thought we were just talking about it.
We could have been.
Yeah, no, it's not so much the salmon thing, but there's always, like, coastal bears will taste fishy because they're eating salmon. It's an easy food. It's just easier. But the inland bears that don't have as much access to fish and stuff, they'll just gorge themselves on berries, like you said. And their fat turns like a weird shade of blue, and they're supposed to be fucking delicious.
So to me,
I want to
that
eat a
sounds
blueberry
awesome.
bear so bad.
Oh my god, I do
It's
too.
like my dream.
I'm so glad you said that because that's how I would vote so hard.
But every bear over like the age of 6 has trichinosis, so you have to be very careful with your bear meat. You have to cook it above, like, I think it's like 150 degrees or something, and then you're fine.
Oh, so you're talking about, like, you can only have it medium or whatever.
Right, yeah. No medium rare bear.
You're losing me.
I know, but that blueberry fat.
Blueberry fat.
Cook a steak and some blueberry fat. I feel like that has to be good.
You'd eat it for breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have steak and eggs, and you'd have blueberry
Oh,
steak.
yeah, or just use that oil in a pan to make some pancakes.
Oh, my
Blueberry
god.
tinted pancakes. That is on my bucket list, personally. It's killing a blueberry bear. I don't care if it's a grizzly, brown bear. I don't give a shit. Wouldn't eat a polar bear, pretty sure.
That's a really good goal.
Yeah.
That implies a whole journey and a whole story in the future.
Oh, yeah.
That you could totally book. You could totally book that. I don't know what the money is, but you could fly there. There's somebody there that knows where the blueberry bears are. And it's their fucking job to bring the people.
I think I think in Alaska or it's either Alaska or Montana. You have to have a guide with you when you're hunting. So that would be or a relative that is a resident of the state, which I have none. So.
Well, you pay for the guide or
I'm just saying,
my
dream is a little. I don't want the guide.
Yeah, dog. You don't want to go meet a bear in the woods, friend.
I'm not.
Or it's going to taste a little bit like Kristina and it's fat, my friend.
If you're any good at hunting, I mean, of course you can always run into a bear, but you should know what to do in the situation if it happens, and you should see that bear before it sees you.
Yeah, people meet.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
If that bear is going to taste blueberry.
Oh, a brown bear doesn't even want to eat you.
Yeah, that's even worse.
They just want to fuck with
fuck you up.
That's why you act like you're dead. Or a brown bear. Most brown bears you can scare off. What you don't want to run into is like a grizzly bear sow with cubs.
Right. See, that's exactly what happened to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, that bear will fuck you up. That bear you got to fire some warning shots at. Yeah.
Yeah, in the movie, and it's in the first parts of the movie or whatever. It's like
As
the whole movie.
As you ruin it again for me. Okay.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
How does it end, Andy?
Well, Darth Vader is his dad, and the bear shit, man. Ooh, you're braver human than I, man.
I just want to see a bear. I spend so much time outside. I have yet to see a goddamn bear. I would just like to watch a bear through. I could sit on the top of a mountain and just like watch a bear.
It encourages me, the idea of camping and stuff. You've been out camping a bunch and like never seen a bear.
Yeah.
That's like a vote in favor of going camping for me. It makes me go, ooh, unlikely to see a bear.
But I'm one of the few. Most of the people, I don't know. It's probably because I want it too badly. I honestly believe that's why I haven't seen a bear, especially in the last couple of years. Because, like, I haven't wanted to see any of the animals I saw this summer, and I saw a shit ton of them, but I want to see a bear. I've not seen a bear.
And we're also assuming that you notice shit.
I am not the most observant person in the city, but when I'm outside, I'm constantly looking around. You have to be.
Because it's a constant show.
Yeah.
Too,
well, not only that, but just, like, you have to know what's ahead of you. You have to be... And that's the hard part about hiking. I fuck myself up all the time. Trying to look down, look up, look down. Just fall on my ass.
Yeah, of course.
Especially with like a 50-pound backpack on.
50-pound backpack?
If you're backpacking.
Well, of course you have to have a big backpack to go camping.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to have a big backpack to go camping. You can just be one of the city folk and go drive to your camp spot.
Tailgating. I'm not against that.
Climb in the car when it gets too cold at night, turn the heat on.
Ooh. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That all sounds good. I like that kind of redneck style with a pickup truck camping.
Hey, I can get down with both.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Anyways, I don't want to take up your whole day or whatever. Thanks for coming and talking to me about all this weird stuff that I don't know anything about.
I don't honestly, like, that's the coolest part is nobody really knows everything. There's so much more.
It's wild out there, man.
Yeah.
It's not just for the movies and shit. Yeah, I gotta get out there more often. This is inspiring me to experience the place I paid taxes to keep going. You know what I mean?
Go visit your national parks before they take them away from us.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. That's bothersome.
Yes.
Those fucking guys.
Yes.
Ugh, but we'll leave that. We don't have to, he who should not be named and whatever.
Right.
Thanks for being on the show.
Of course.
And thank you, kind listener. Sweet listener. Thank you for listening to Ando's Thinky Time podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all the places on the internet. Don't forget to share, man. Be a share bear, you know? Be a fucking giver in the world, man. Share this with somebody you think would dig it. Thanks. See you next time.